The true motivation for having a properly tied Windsor knot is not all about others viewing you a certain way. It's more about a personal satisfaction and indescribable level of confidence. Today I'm going to show you how to tie a Windsor knot for two different style shirt collars, a traditional wide spread and a wider English spread. To start, have your shirt collar up and top button buttoned. And on the left side should be the wider end of the tie, on your right, the narrower end. And to begin, you want to position the narrow end of the tie about halfway down your torso. Begin by passing the narrow end of the tie underneath the wider end, switching hands and forming an X. And note, keep it up by the top shirt button. Next, pass the longer end underneath the X that you have formed. And with your left hand pinching the X, so your right hand is doing all of the work, pulling the wider end through. Still, with your right hand, you're going to pass this over into your left hand, and now under as well. And now I have again passed it over to my right hand, and notice how my left hand is here, keeping the shape which is starting to form of the Windsor knot. So now with my right hand, I'm going to pass this over, and now I'm going to grab with my left hand, and I'm going to pull the tie through, once again, slowly. And now the knot is starting to form. So I'm going to grab the smaller end with my right hand, and I have the longer end with my left. We're going to wrap the wider end across just by simply switching hands. And now we're going to pull it under and go over a second time. Use your finger to see the front lip of the tie knot, and that's where you're going to be inserting the tie one last time to pull through for the final adjustment. As you pass the tie through the front lip of the knot, have two index fingers on your opposite hand go up through the narrow part of the knot and actually begin to pull the tie through. Keeping your index finger on the front part again so that it does not lose its structure. Now that it's actually pulled through, we're going to tighten the knot slowly up towards the shirt collar. I'm using two hands and I'm positioning both index fingers at the bottom of the knot, pulling it tight and already starting to form a dimple. I'm going to pull with one hand on the narrower end and have my opposite hand on the bottom of the knot, and I'm going to slide the top part, and then I'm going to pull at the same time on the narrow end. Now the ending result should be the tie at the very top of the shirt collar, but also not too tight on your neck because you want to be comfortable. Once the tie knot is complete and you're perfectly happy with it, it's time to put down your shirt collar. Make any necessary adjustments so that the tie is perfectly in the middle of your shirt collar and going to the very top, not revealing any of the shirt or button. The distance from the end of the knot to the end of your shirt collar should be similar and proportionate to the actual height of the Windsor knot. This more challenging knot isn't something you should expect to nail right away. Like anything, it takes trial and error and has potential for frustration. For the best possible result, I strongly recommend practicing at least a handful of times before you actually wear it.